Alright, we are back with more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 here on Let's Play with Brigands, and quick change of log since the last episode. Not a whole lot going on. I went to a grindstone and grinded up. It sounds like I destroyed the sword, but we got this broad long sword, which I don't even think this is the one that we stole from Tomcat. I think we found this elsewhere, along with all of our sweet armor that we're wearing. But yeah, managed to get that up to 100%. Now it's down to 95, I think, just because I was drilling with Tomcat a little bit. But spent a bunch of points, too, in our various stats. We still have 13, but the case with a lot of these is just basically, is there a point of, because there's finite points in each of these categories, too. It's not just your available perk points. It's how many can you unlock or spend within that specific focus. So if I don't see what I like, sometimes I'll just sit on them. But you can see we have a little +3 in the stealth category now. We have a little boost here and there. Just kind of spread some of the good stuff around. It's little things, nothing that's game changing, but happy to finally do that. And just brewed some more potions as well. Specifically, obviously, I'm talking about our Savior Schnapps. And I think I realized the issue with getting weak ones or regular ones versus the strong ones was, I think you need to combine one fresh ingredient with one dry ingredient, or rather use at least some fresh ingredients when you're making one to get the strong version of the potion. So I was just working entirely off of dry stuff last time when I was trying to make those, so I wasn't getting quite as much. Also unlocked a perk which gives me a +3 or 2 charisma if I have a bunch of herbs, fresh herbs in my pants. So we need to stop off at the apothecary and buy some herbs, but that's actually where we were when I started rolling here. I was en route to that apothecary, and then this guy stopped me, so I thought we would hit record and find out what this guy wants.
What's going on?
What's up? What do you want?
What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Friend, welcome. I'm glad you're passing by.
This is the guy who thinks he knows me.
Alone. I'm a father. My first son.
Congratulations. What does this have to do with me? So cynical, Henry. I also washed off all my clothes and unloaded all the stuff that we were carrying around between me and the horse. So we're ready to start stealing again.
Well, congratulations are in order. What's his name?
Oh, Jonty. His name's Jonty.
Sounds fake as hell.
The best of health, then.
My sentiments exactly.
Jonty.
Best of health. You have to drink to him with me. I've got some fine brandy here. Come on, let's drink to his health.
Why do I feel like you're going to drug me and then rob me? And you don't have any children, let alone someone named Jonty.
What kind of brandy is this exactly?
Why, it's the finest I have. My late father gave it to me, saying that when he had a grandson, we'd drink it together. But he didn't live to see it.
There's a lot of details
it's been buried
here.
underground for 10 years, waiting for this moment. I'm sure you'll like it.
Alright, well I just saved, so if this guy tries to drug and mug me, then we can reload. But I'm curious.
All right. May he grow strong, and to Jonty's
To
health.
Jonty! I have my own tankard. He's looking at it like, I don't know. I'm calling it. We're gonna pass out.
Ugh. That was fucking disgusting. What?
Yep. I knew it. That's what I get for drinking at 9 in the morning.
Fuck. What was in that drink? Oh, Dopperdelle. That horse and robbed me.
Yep. So we had 1.7 garage. He didn't take any of my money? What did he take? What the hell did he take? He didn't take my Savior Schnapps. He didn't take any of my money. He didn't take the Holy Grail details. Guy could have found the Holy Grail. What did he rob? I mean, I'm gonna reload just because I'm concerned about what he may have taken, but I guess that was the whole thing. Alright. Man. You try to be nice. You try to celebrate this guy's being a father for the first time. Little jaunty. Oh wait, jaunty doesn't exist. Okay. Well, anyway. But there you go. There's your change log. And that guy drugged us. So I do want to get some fresh herbs, by which I mean dry herbs, which will never go bad. So I gotta make sure I have 30 of those in my pants at all times. So let's go to Troskowitz. And then at that point, we're gonna get back to the main story. Merchant? Nah, I'm not worried about that. It's always something different. We're not always gonna run into that guy who lied to me about his child and drugged me and mugged me. You never know who you're gonna run to here on the roads of Troskowitz. But anyway, let's go buy those herbs. I get my little charisma bonus.
Good day.
Good day. They're touchy, by the way. I tried breaking in and stealing the herbs that I needed at some point because it was after hours, so I couldn't buy anything. And I couldn't find anything that I wanted, but I went back to my little apothecary hut over there, you know, because it's mine. And I tried sleeping there, just thinking I'd buy the stuff I needed when I woke up. And they kicked me out. The guard came by and said, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "This is my apothecary shop."
Reasons are there.
Not shop, but, you know, bench.
What do you have for sale?
Alright, so yeah, we just need some materials here. Let's get some stuff that I'm never going to use. I mean, I'll probably use mint at some point, but let's take all the mint. Probably could just get the cheapest stuff, but whatever. We'll get some valerian as well. All right. And since I'm cheap,
I'd like to do something about that price.
$3.
Versuchen wir's.
$10.
Hey, das war ein gutes Geschäft. Auf Wiedersehen.
I don't know. There you go. Flower power. Now we have a +2, I think, in charisma.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are. That's like, how do you take the time and effort to drug and mug me, but not take any of my 1700 groschen? Especially when money's really hard to come by in this world. I can attest to that. I don't think I've put any points into drinking yet, actually. I wasn't that impressed by the options I had. Alright, so before we head to go see the blacksmith, which is part of the main quest.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
I didn't even acknowledge you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Oh, you pooch.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Yeah, you like my dog? So yeah, I discovered you need to bathe with each outfit, which makes sense to get all the blood out and everything. So that's what we did. Oh, by the way, we're fancy. Oh, we'll show that later when we're shopping. I thought it was a good look for Henry. All right, so before we head out, I'm just curious. I keep seeing, is this the name of the tavern? The Lion's Crest? Why does this specific tavern have a name when none of the others do? Oh, there's the indulgence. What is that at right now? Just 86 groschen. Lockpick. I guess it is kind of early. Would this be considered stealing if I ate some of this? Yeah. Probably should have ate before I left. Oh well. Alright, well I'm not going to worry about it. So let's get back to the main quest. Maybe we'll find Sir Hans, but we were trying to get an invite to that wedding, and I guess one of the methods of doing that is to go see the blacksmith, Radovan. Those unfamiliar with the first game.
Who's there?
Just whistling for my horse. Good lord.
Something was going on here.
Excuse
Well,
me.
Look at me. Over here like a fool.
Thought someone whistled, but no. Look at me. Such a fool. Very strange. Yeah, for those not familiar with the first game, we are the son of a blacksmith, Henry.
Go! Quick!
The adopted son of a blacksmith, I suppose. Best said. And so we know the trade,
Quick!
and I think in the first game they didn't really have the option to actually do smithing yourself. But that has changed here in this game, so
Go! Go!
I'm excited. get to do that for the first time as Henry. Applying the family trade.
Go!
Yeah, we never follow the path. Shortest distance. Straight line. Henry knows that. Tachov. Okay. Here we are. Any good herbs around here? There's a pup you can hang out with. Mutt. See if we can find this blacksmith. Hired hand.
Travel the whole world.
Maple.
This is your famous maple.
Hey, didn't someone want me to steal that or something? Little side quest that I'm not worried about right now, but... the smithy. Here we are. By the way, let's get our sword back in tip-top shape. So it's at 95 right now. Not that necessary, strictly speaking, but let's do it just the same. Just to show what I was.
Sharpened already.
So he says this one's already good. Oops. Smoke means you're doing it wrong. The sparks are good. The bigger the sparks, the better. Okay, you gotta watch the angle. I don't know that you need to like even out the distribution. Whoa. The distribution. It's hard work. All right, so it was 95. Now she is 100. All right, so perfect shape for our sword. All right, so Radovan. Oh, I guess he can repair some of our stuff, but I just did it myself, so let's just talk to him. Lovely maple. What?
I need something repaired.
Let's see what he can repair. Can he do? I guess he could do a little bit of everything. How much are we talking here? $100 for my crappy hat just to get 36% better. That's crazy. Obviously, it's relative to the cost of the item itself. I used a couple of our little kits too. He might sell them, I'm not sure, but like the blacksmith repair kit and stuff like that. So I used some of those. That's just automatically done for you. All right, well, let's get some of these cheaper things. Let's just give him some business, I suppose.
Let's talk about the price. Sure.
Should have been wearing my nice clothes for this, oh well.
Aye, you'll convince me with that price.
Nice.
Great. I'm glad you found what you were looking for. Take care, friend.
Not done yet, Radovan. Doesn't that sound like a name from Elden Ring or one of the Dark Souls games, Radovan?
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up,
There we go.
the work is piling up. What do they call you?
Henry.
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it
Son
before?
of a blacksmith,
Yeah.
bitch.
I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine.
There we go.
A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Just need to see the plan. I changed my mind.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter.
Yeah,
but
Henry.
if you don't have your own stuff,
That's an embarrassing
you can get everything
response.
from the chest in my forge.
Oh, there you go. Thanks, man. Materials.
Go over to the anvil.
Should I wear my fancy clothes while I'm smithing? No. Alright. Am I allowed to go in here? That's where his chest is located.
What? You've no business here.
Well, he told me I could... Maybe it's outside? That would make more sense. Maybe it's right here.
I never want to see you here again.
I never want to see you. I'm going to be working here from now on, lady.
Get to it. I want to see how you'll fare.
Just take everything, I guess. Alright, start forging at the anvil by pressing A. Hunting sword. Alright, so we got our blueprint, I suppose, our recipe. That's all we got. Okay. Slash damage. Yeah, it's pretty middling right there. 1 scrap metal, 2 steel, 1 faceting material.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long.
The Wedding
to fit in a
Crashers
fire.
quest.
You have to heat it up.
Bit
Try
by bit.
poking it around for a bit.
Blade around in the furnace.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Works better.
Oh, there we go. Get it nice and glowing.
You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell that it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
That looks pretty good.
See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try
Cool.
moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it.
Cool. Okay.
Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike.
Oh, yeah.
The more sparks, the
Hell
better.
yeah.
Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster.
Oh,
Try
yeah.
giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of
A
course,
whistle?
if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has 2 sides, like a lot of other things, including myself.
Also a
Turn it
sensual,
over
emotional
and
man.
continue on the other side.
I do that.
You silly doggy.
You silly doggy. Mutt's over there on a smaller anvil, making a smaller sword.
Nice.
Better than
Now
mine.
try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway.
I think
It's
it's...
cooled now.
Yep.
You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time.
Mutt's joining in my
Sometimes
little song.
You've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before.
That's fair.
The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil.
Looking good. Nice and even. Kind of even.
that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes.
I remember the guy in the
See
first
how
game.
it's taking on the right shape?
There was like one.
That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer
There we go. I was
going
gonna say, what's the whistling have to do with it?
Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's some nice whistling.
Yeah.
There you go. You've got it finished.
Oh.
All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
Temperate. Okay. Hot and cold. Hell yeah. I remember the blacksmith, one of the blacksmiths in the first game had like some secret. He would sing a song or something, and I don't know. All the other blacksmiths were like, how does he do it? Quality. Is that quality level 3? And it's hard to tell. Is that good or is that bad? I feel like silver is 2. So maybe bronze is 1, or is it bronze 3? I don't know. I could go either way. But anyway, looks good.
Right. Let's have a look.
It'd be cool to forge our own blade
Very
to
nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
kill dudes with.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly,
Metaphor for life.
each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
I think that's good. Yeah, tell
What
me.
good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm.
Dwarves could tell you all
Won't
about
get
that.
tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
Okay. It's all just like history right here. I think we're good.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed.
Oh,
There's a chest where
a new
you can
place
keep
to
your
stay.
things.
Nice.
And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Yeah,
Where can I get
I
materials?
buy that stuff from
You
you.
can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere.
I only make
this is
crap
just a
here.
village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What about this guy you're making a sword for the at the wedding? The groom.
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them, though you probably won't have much luck around here.
He'll buy?
I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow.
His wife's not going to be happy. Like 10 minutes
You
ago,
go
she's
in
like,
by
I
the
never
rear
want to
door,
see you again.
next to the woodshed.
Now I
And
got,
you can put your
got
things
my own
in the
room
chest
here.
there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
What if this is all an elaborate setup?
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right.
Boring.
Here are some simple
I'll make
drawings
swords.
that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it
Guess I could
right
make some
away.
horseshoes for
Just like that?
pebbles.
You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin,
What's in it for
and feel
you?
like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Sounds suggestive. Got some steel, and we got a couple sketches too. All right, do I have to make anything else right now? Because I think I got my short-term fill with the health optional. Yeah, I say we go Radovan. Because we're here and all. Making friends with another pup? Where's my bed? Did he say the second door? This looks like it. Nice. Leather apron, that's nice. Got my own little outfit. Horseshoe, is that just part of the ambiance there? Did you already move all my stuff over here? That was nice of him. Alright, let's, you know what? I kind of want to patch up these swords right quick, then maybe I can sell them to him. Let's see. Let's see how much he'll give me
Show me your wares.
sharpening. So, that's pretty bad. Why did what's the arrow up for? Oh, sharp as a razor. Nice. I like that. All right. So that's 2. So clearly 1 is bronze. So this broad longsword was not made all that well, seemingly. Let's sharpen up this broadsword and see what it's worth, see what the damage is compared to the longsword. Alright, so it's worth 47.6 right now. This is 12.4 for the military.
Take care then. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing. Hold on, man. Alright, let's see. So, military sword. Well, so they say it's worth 46.8. 46.8. Let's get this a little sharpening. Nope. A little too much of an edge there. I feel like the white sparks are the best. Oh, I'm getting tired. I think Henry says something when it's good. I don't know if he says it when I'm done or if he'll say it mid-grind. It was at 66. Oops. Let's see how it looks. Oh, look at that. We got it up to 97%. And it appreciated by about 20 groschen, something like that. So that's pretty good. Not bad. All right, the broadsword's the one I'm curious about. I want to see if we can make this it's all bloody. Grind the blood off of it. Bloody sparks going everywhere. I want to see if we can get this to be more powerful than the long broadsword. Razor sharp. Oh, there we go. All right, so it actually is marginally more powerful. The stabbing is +1, but the swinging is +11. So I guess we're going, even though it's not worth as much. It's a one-handed sword versus a two-handed sword, by the way, for what that's worth. I know there's some perks that are specific to one-handed swords. Does it say anything else? Wexford speed makes up in durability. Like a wasp sting. I like that. All right, well, that's pretty cool. Now I'm getting precious about selling one of these. Let's see how much he'll give me. Probably not going to be worth it, really.
What do you have?
Let's see. Now let's see what he's got for sale too. Not even $100 for that broad long sword, but I know the reach is kind of nice on the long sword. So we'll sell that hunting sword we just made and the military sword. And I guess I'll I guess I'll stick with the broad longsword. I don't know. Be nice if I could make something nicer right here, right now. Maybe he's got some plans. Take a look.
I'd like to do something about that price.
All right.
I would like a little bit more.
Aye. Your pleasure doing business.
All right, let's see if he's got... Well, let's see what
What do you
swords
have?
he's selling in general first. Can I... Is there a way to see how this compares to what I'm rocking right now? Oh, it's over on the right. All right, so this Basilard is marginally better than what I'm rocking right now. But $200. And that's what I'm rocking right now, the broadsword. So he's actually got that. Okay. So that's not really necessary, but he's got armor as well. Nothing that's really that much better than what I'm rocking. The mail cut. I'm not even wearing anything in this department. Because maybe we should get that. It's dirt cheap. Anything else? Is there anything that I'm just not even wearing? Any categories? Spurs, do we care about that? It's charisma and stuff. Horseshoes. Quick finger potion. Craftsmanship and thievery by 2 for 20 minutes. That's not bad. I'll take one of those. I'll take 2 of those, actually. Hunting sword. Military. So yeah, this is all crap right here. All the plans. Unless I'm like literally trying to become a blacksmith, which is not really my overall aim in this game. Oh, you got some lockpicks. You know what, I will take... A little expensive for a lockpick, though. I'm doing alright on those. They haven't been breaking on me or anything. Alright, let's take a look at the basket. That all Didn't I? Say I wanted some potions, too. There we go. Alright. What are we looking at?
All right. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Thank you,
Alright.
and a good day to you, friend.
Cool. Sorry about that back there. Nice maple.
Farewell.
It's like innuendo. All right. Let's. Oh, I'm just sitting here. I guess if I had a book, sitting can help you read a little more effectively. All right. Let's get rested up and then see if we can't talk about this royal wedding. More interesting job. I mean, I am a little curious about that.
It's about those 2 idiot hands of mine, Venser and Franzi. They drove off with a cart full of goods towards Semine, and they never came back.
They stole it?
Do you want me to find them?
Just so. But more importantly, I want to know
Gotta
where
wear
my
the swing
cart
collar.
ended up, and especially the cargo. Go to Semine and find out what the bloody hell happened.
Okay.
Have you any idea which way they might have gone?
There's only one road to Semine that can take a cart.
I didn't
but I've got a
see
bad
it along
feeling
the
they
way,
got
but it
up
probably
to
didn't
no
trigger
good in
until
Semine.
we talked to him.
Those 2 hands of yours,
Can't tell you much. I don't think they wanted to stay here with me for long.
were they suspicious in any way?
No, they were
No slackers.
What was the cart carrying?
bugger and bollocks. All sorts of stuff. There were some hunting swords,
bastard
bastard swords, and some kitchen stuff. There's a good month's work in that cartload.
Damn. All right.
All right, I'll get right on it then.
Go ahead. And if you find that pair of fools drunk, kick their asses for me.
Not a
Gladly.
problem.
I'll kick some sobriety into them.
All right. Yeah, let's do that. Teach me
I'd like
something.
to learn.
What is this about?
How much does it cost? Craftsmanship 100. Sure.
Show me what you can do with a hammer.
Thanks. I'll teach you one.
Probably take an hour. Yep. All right. Yeah, let's pop that on. Nice. Mail collar right there. Alright. Is this gonna help my charisma? There you go. You should wear that too. Alright. I like that we're doubling a lot of our outfit. Our outfits between the fancy and the war outfits, but alright, yeah, let's see if we can't find that cart. Maybe that'll help get us in with the royal wedding somehow. Or maybe I need to like bagging his way on the road. That's how confident Henry is. Small camp. Greets you politely. This guy gonna drug me too? Hey, friend.
Hey?
Zachariah. Oh, you're just playing dice? I don't want to play dice. I'm good. He's got his little dice board set up and no one there to play with him. It's the saddest sight. Okay. Let's see if they ever made the trip out here. See if they arrived. Better say.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating."
I think this is our man, one of our men.
Hey! You alright there, laddie? Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat.
Scots?
Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
I like, but it's like probably still Fritz's.
No, I'm not a servant.
Yeah, I don't look like I work here.
I know. Old Semine is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you
Ethan
didn't
the
need to bother
craftsman.
your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck what you for.
Oh, this guy wants to get
You
his
speak our language, do you
butt
not?
beat.
Well, Yarko,
Jerko.
seems to me
That's
this
a good
fella
name.
doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
Better.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that.
Really? You want to do this?
I'll
I'm wearing
kill
like
ya.
thick metal gauntlets. He slapped me. You think you're doing kung fu or something? Get the hell out of here. That's a sweet little combo. Jerko! Sit down.
Come on.
But the cutscene has to make it seem like it was a close fight.
Oh, you wee bastard!
You wee bastard! What's fucking going on here?
Oh.
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your
Grandad?
people here how we do things.
Are you?
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
Blood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie.
Oh, Jerko.
Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
He's so embarrassed.
What about that wine?
What about that wine?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Tachov blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to
Because
do.
the cart never showed up.
Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Semine's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yetchin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too.
This guy's like, God, it's gonna
almost
cost me a
all gone,
fortune.
What we bought only last week.
This guy hates his life.
Enter!
And that is his voice.
Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, Blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word. Leave us.
That's a subjective thing.
So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so-
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway,
I didn't get the
I need
mustache
the load
memo.
from that cart. So saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain.
Oh, nice. We're going together?
Could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
Heard that.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yuriko is shit-faced. And your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir.
I might. I'm still riding pebbles after all. Alright. Cool.
So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
It sounds dangerous.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
What?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. So, do you know what to do?
Pretzel.
Or have you got any more questions?
What to do? No, let's do it.
No, that's all. But we should get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll set out. If you want, stay
There we
here.
go. Yes.
You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen.
I am
you can
hungry.
Sleep in the barn.
Oh, okay. Well, better than nothing. What time is it? Yeah, I guess it is kind of late. I suppose if I showed up in the morning, then we'd just set out. I kind of want to rob this place. What else am I going to be here, you know? Where am I, actually, now that I think about it? I guess I've been here before. I haven't been inside here before, but... Yes, please. How about I stay here tonight? This looks much nicer than the barn. Alright, let's try a hard lock right here. I like that the footprint sound changed when I got... Did it just save? I feel like it just saved. Yeah, it just saved. Alright, hard lock. Have we got it? Yes! A noble sword, but it's in terrible shape. I can fix that. I'm a blacksmith. Noble woman's... Oh. Thought I heard someone coming. Someone's pacing around. Could just be the patrol. Alright, I don't need any of that stuff. Yeah, curious to try sharpening that sword, seeing what we get. So we're doing alright for ourselves here. Medium. This won't give us any trouble. Save your schnapps. And regular schnapps. I feel like if I try sleeping here, someone's gonna kick me out in a few hours. Wait. What's my little perk right now that I've got? My little buff? Mischief Artist. Mischief isn't over yet. You have a +3 bonus on thievery and sneaking. Oh, right. When I successfully pick a lock, I think I do get a temporary bonus there. Well, let's not let that go to waste. Let's find some more rooms. Some more chests to pilfer. Hey, lady. I love that nothing is off limits.
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
Look who you're talking to.
I was just changing clothes. Right away.
I'm fancy. You want to talk to me and see how fancy I am? I guess not. Ah. You sure you don't want to, like, go outside, lady?
What is it? Why are you skulking here?
Did it actually work? Oh, I feel like she was just gonna leave anyway, but whatever. Throwing pebbles. Clear sight of her. Alright, gotta take advantage of this while we still have it. Someone's coming up. Just take it all. Questions later. Just shout questions later. Oh. Alright, I guess I didn't need to hurry through that. I thought someone was coming upstairs. I saw something's worth $500 that I just nabbed. Yeah, this sword is already better than what we're rocking. Imagine once we sharpen it up. Yeah, that shield's worth quite a bit of change. An ornate hunting crossbow. Piercing bolt. Anything else fancy I just got? Yeah, whatever. Alright. Good work, Henry. Still want to sleep in one of these beds. This is the guy that's getting married? Older of Semine. He doesn't want to talk. Cold feet. Oh, there's a grindstone right down here. Perfect. Alright, so before pre-grind, 109, 115. Let's see how this goes. They don't deserve to keep this sword if they're going to keep it in such terrible shape. That's what I say. Oops. This one's going to take a minute, I would think. We're basically starting from zero. Good luck, Keith. I should be able to grind off the stolenness because they're like, hey, I think that's our, whatever the name of the sword is. And I'm like, no, this one looks brand new and it's sharp as hell. They're like, oh, that's true. Ours was garbage because we take such terrible care of our things. We don't deserve them, quite honestly, but as long as it wasn't you that stole it. All right. I don't think we're done, but I'm curious to see where we are. Noble sword. So 109, 115 goes to 130, 137. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This is my sword now, in more ways than one. Let's just get it across the finish line here. Grind off the serial number. It's like having a nice guitar and never playing it. You can't just let, it's not, they would just put this sword up on the wall and, you know, just have someone ask about it, and they're like, oh, yes, I got that from Sebaba. No, this needs to be killing people. This needs to be running through skulls and necks and pizzles. It needs to be chopping pizzles off. Razor sharp. Does that mean we're good? Yeah, good enough. All right, 131, 152. So we got a plus 22 and a plus 37 boost. Oh, yeah. I feel like if I equip it right now, though, then they will see that I stole it, and it's going to be the nomad camp all over again. All right, where did they say I could stay? They said I could get some stew around here. Where do you guys keep the stew?
Good day to you. Good to see you, friend. Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
Not bad. I had my clothes on before he could finish saying the word scoundrel. This the kitchen? Where'd you get that stew, my man? Oh yeah. It's always a line. One per customer. Get the hell out of here. Look at these fancy guys with their bowls. I just eat straight out. The Henry way. Why do you have a naked outfit? I've never stopped at a... Ooh, perfect. Right on the money with 100 nourishment.
God bless.
I have another perk, which says if I... Is it under vitality? Balanced diet. If I don't overeat or undereat, or get drunk for 3 consecutive days, then I'll get a nice little boost to my stamina, have more health. It's good stuff, so we gotta make sure that we are responsible there. Alright, so I'm sleeping in the barn tonight.
Down again.
Pissing down again, is it? Oh, Pebbles, you found your way over to hang out with the other horses. Good. Alright, I guess this is us tonight. I don't know where exactly. Something there? Blacksmith's chest key. Interesting. Why would you just leave that there? I'd rather pick the lock for the experience, but that's just me. What's the point of... here we go. Yep, sleep and save. Is this my chest? Very hard. Maybe we should get the key for that. Combat arena? Where's the combat arena? Somewhere outside. Alright. Let's sleep for an hour and then work on these chests, eh? It's kind of tricky to keep your hunger between that 50 and 100 mark. If they have the same perks that they had in the first game, then there's one which makes it a lot easier to not get hungry, which makes it a lot easier to maintain the proper level, but haven't had it yet. It's just a bag of nails. Soft shoes, that could be good for sneaking around. It could be good for my naked outfit. Soft shoes, the old soft shoe. Why does this make more noise? I guess because I'm barefoot right now. Nah, it's not worth it. Got dark awful quick. Hope nobody else sleeps up here. Sees me going through these. Ooh, this might be a nicer sword. And let's take it all. I feel like this is the blacksmith's chest, so I'm wondering if the keys will work in this one. I don't think I'm gonna waste my time on trying to pick that lock. Do a quick look around. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to put the keys back now, so. Alright. Well, let's just crash until morning and then we'll set out and try to find that cart. I wasn't paying attention to how much nourishment was in that stew. That's another curveball for keeping the balanced diet. You never know how much each spoonful of stew is going to fill up your belly.
Get dressed. You can't.
You guys still
Just
drinking?
walk around like this.
Really, Jericho?
Are you threatening me, you prick?
You silly doggy. I never thought you were like that.
I never thought. I've known you for years, Henry.
you, my friend.
Excuse me.
Let's see, what are we at? 84? Hopefully this won't put me over. There was a stew that was like plus 20. Yeah. It's tough. We'll figure it out later on in the game. I'm not gonna reload over that. Alright. Well, where's my guys? Is it too early in the day?
Be with you.
Meet him in the courtyard. Sorry, what is this right now? That's overeating. Okay. Alright, we doing this?
I'm ready to set out, sir.
All right. Stay
Yeah,
close
and
to us and
Semine.
don't
I
go
keep wanting to
wandering
call him
off.
Jasmine.
As you say, sir.
Let's do it, Pebbles. Don't embarrass me.
Where will we start searching, sir?
If they drove out of Tachov and headed towards us, they had to pass through Troskovitz.
I picked
Right,
up
sir. You keep
little-
up with us, son.
whatever they're called, little
Troskovitz ain't far, but it
blanket
seems there's
for my
fellas
horse.
vanishing on the way.
picked up. I stole it from the
What do you think about it, Captain?
tailor.
I know you told me not to jump to any conclusions,
Troskowitz.
sir, but I can't help myself. Someone's running rampant around here, sir.
I know who's running rampant. Yurko in the cellar.
Oh.
Out of mine again. I knew this wedding wouldn't be cheap, but I'm bleeding like a stuck pig. And the bailiff, the bride's father, you'd get more blood out of a stone than coin out of him. And then he behaves like I shit golden eggs just because I'm a noble. Even though he's got more coin than me.
Such are the times, sir. But that Yurko, he's going too far.
You know how those Moravians are. It's in his blood.
Aye, I noticed. But they're getting too much to handle. Him and his cronies. They started on young Henry as soon as he set foot on the courtyard.
What? Is that true, Henry?
Yeah, but I knocked his ass out.
It was nothing. Just a bit of a friendly brawl. They clearly had a skinful. I can understand it.
Well, I've sure as hell got no understanding for it. I hope they didn't hurt you.
That's
Young
nice.
Henry here gave Yurko a nice
Yeah, you'll like to hear that.
Oh, that's no surprise. The fella can hardly stand upright most of the time.
You'd have to get up early to catch them sober. But they wasn't that drunk as to give Henry
I was up
an
at
easy
7 and
fight.
they were drunk.
Look here, lad. If you're such a champion, I'm sure you'd accept the challenge of an old man like myself.
Provoke. Hell yeah.
It would be an honor, sir.
Excellent. Not afraid, eh? That's what I like to see.
I did a bunch of
There's an
side quests
abandoned
already,
pen
sir.
along the
I'm in
path
pretty
a
good
bit.
shape at this stage in the
Stop
game.
off there and see what you're made of.
All right, sir. If you'll excuse me, I'll explain some things to the youngster here first. Wouldn't want no accidents happening.
You know.
So, we're here.
Oh, okay.
Gnarly, tell the youngster here what's what.
All right, son. You're going to fight Lord Semine. It'll be an honorable fight, so you better act accordingly.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, Mo. I'll give you some gear for it.
I'm armed.
That won't be necessary. I've got all I need.
Stole a sword from
Well,
your house.
all right. But it never hurts to have something in reserve. You can have my cudgel. It might be just a stick, but it's my stick, so careful with it.
Thank you, Captain.
Men
Save the
get awful
thanks, and
particular
get your
about
arse
their
into the
pizzles.
pen.
Arse to the pen. All right. This is interesting. When you
So,
say,
young'un, are you ready?
All right. Let's do it.
whoa, jeez. Just smacking this older guy around.
Take that.
My boots! I haven't spent any time with heavy weapons, though.
You fight like an old hag.
Bastard!
Bastard.
Ah!
That's my favorite one, I think. Why are we doing this? Did we establish that?
You fight like an old hag.
Are you not entertained?
Take that.
How about you fight me with a sword? That's a gentleman's weapon. I don't know anything about sticks.
Bleeding, are you?
You've no chance against me.
Shut up!
Shut up! This old man's beating me up.
What do you say, son?
That was tough.
You really gave me the runaround.
I'm no spring chicken, but I'm as spry as
Yeah,
ever.
man.
That's true.
You showed up.
And you handled this too, sir. Anyways, you can keep that old junk, Henry. Even my cudgel. But
mean-
take care of the old fella. He might be just a piece of wood, but he saved my arse more than once.
I mean, I have a
will,
sword
Captain.
that's sharp and long, and I know how to use it. Henry's not a brute. He doesn't go around smacking people with blunt acorn. Where's my horse? Oh, Pebbles. Pebbles is like, I'm not fancy enough to hang out with those other horses.
Everything all right?
Aw. Good horse. Good crappy horse.
I needed that. It's good to stretch the limbs every now and again. Don't worry about losing, lad. You've got some talent, I can tell.
Thank you,
You should come
sir.
to the courtyard, and Gnarly here will give you a good education in the art of the
I know how to use a sword if
call
you want
it-
to do that.
The art of not getting skewered as soon as you step foot outside the village. But do come, Henry. We've got a nice arena in Semine. It ain't no abandoned pig pen.
You can't always choose your battleground, Gnarly. Whether it's a pig pen or an arena in Carlsbad. The performance that counts. And while we're on the subject, where are you from, lad? It's clear you're not from Trotsky.
I'm from Silver Scallops, sir.
Aha! Now I understand why you're here. You're not the first one to flee here from the war.
I don't flee from a fight, sir. I have work here, and a lot of scores to settle.
You want to get revenge for what happened back home? That usually doesn't end well. You'd be better advised to find yourself a well-built girl, build a cottage, and visit the church and the tavern in turn.
Yeah,
There's no
I do that
helping
too.
the dead anyway.
That's nice
I built an
advice,
entire
sir.
city.
Only women
in
will
the
tie
last
you
game.
down, lad. Better to go and see a bit of the world.
I'm willing to bet
You're
that's
doing
one of
the
our
right
men
thing.
tied from that tree. Unless that's just part of the aesthetic, you guys. Really? That's normal?
Boy, that four-legged ogre gave me a fright.
What? Why is there a corpse hanging from that tree? It's good advice. Find a well-built girl. Hit the tavern. Life.
So, we're in Troskovitz. What now, sir? Should I go to the bailiff and ask if he might have seen someone?
Well, that makes sense. But the young fella here should do it. If the bailiff sees you, he'll guess I'm in the village and come and bother me. And I'm really not in the mood today for any bombardment of complaints.
Yeah.
I understand, sir. All right, Henry. Run along to the rat house and inquire about that wagon.
And Henry, not a word about me. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
About who? Since you're not here, how could I speak of you?
That's what I like to hear. Now run along.
All right. I could go for a sink bath, actually, right quick. Trader got one? Come on. There we go. Much better. Okay. Get my fancy bailiff communicating outfit on.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you.
Damn it.
Damn it! And we're breaking in here at night at some point. Do you have any books to sell me? He has a lot of books. Oh, they're
Take care of them.
expensive. Good lord.
Thanks for nothing.
Shut up. Do we like the eyeglasses? It looks like a miniature pair of handcuffs for my nose. Or my eyes, better said.
Master Bailiff, can I ask you about something?
Ask away, by all means. Wait now, aren't you that lad who's helping Radovan in the forge?
Yeah, that's me.
I heard his hired hands went missing.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here.
Ah, I was thinking they were driving awful fast with that cart.
You saw them?
I did, a few days back. They raced through the village in the early evening so fast, they were dropping sacks
What
of
was that about?
charcoal.
Where were they headed?
Towards the east, to Apollonia on the road to Yichin. And you're looking for them?
I am indeed.
I'm glad to hear it. I heard there were goods for Semine on that cart, and I can do without that kind of trouble now, on account of the wedding, you know?
It seems you have a lot of concerns with that wedding, Master Bailiff.
Of course I do. I'm the father of the bride, after all.
Steve Martin.
Although not everyone sees eye to eye with me. Lord Semine would be
Martin
happier
Short.
if I paid all the bills and left all the decisions up to him. Who's invited, what there'll be to eat and drink, entertainment, everything. It's not like I have a burning desire to deal with it, but if I'm going to pay for it...
I understand. But isn't it just that the groom's family is more concerned about these things?
That's not it. I'll tell you what it is. It's because Lord Semine is a noble and I'm just a commoner. Only I've got coin.
Yeah.
While he's trying to keep the wolf from the door in that piddling estate of his.
You ought to calm down, Master Bailiff.
Yeah.
That kind of talk can stir things up.
I like
You're
that other
right,
guy.
of course. It just makes me mad, though.
I understand. Do you know anything about Radovan's hired hands?
Only what I've told you. But to tell you the truth, I wouldn't mind if they never turned up again.
Why's that?
Well, they might look like butter wouldn't melt in their mouths, and Radovan praises them, but I know people. That pair have mischief in their eyes. I can tell.
That'll be all. Thanks.
There's Mutt.
Well then, young man, how did it go?
They were spotted here, sir. Going to the east, towards Apollonia.
So to Yitchin? The bastards! And what about my goods?
Oh, they were driving so fast, it was falling off the cart.
The thieving scum. Let's hurry. To Yitchin!
Sir, I can send a message to the Itchin captain of the guard.
Oh, it'll take
You
too long.
Morse
We'll go
code?
and
How you
get them
gonna do that?
ourselves.
Won't you be missing preparations for the wedding at home, sir?
I will. Praise the Lord Jesus Christ. If I have to choose between riding to Yitchin, I'll take Yitchin anytime.
Understandable. Ooh. Yeah, let's go to the Three Cats.
I remember that place, but I'm not sure, sir.
I think I know those
They'll
Three
let the two
Cats,
of us
actually.
set foot inside the door.
We'll be right back.
Oh, gnarly, that was 15 summers ago. God knows if the place is even still standing.
True. Still, we'd better keep our eyes peeled. They might not have gone to Yitchin.
four-legged
They could
ogre
have
gave me a
turned off
fright.
somewhere. Or something could have happened. They might have been ambushed, maybe.
Will you give over with that? I'll bet my braves they weren't ambushed. More likely we'll find them boozing at the Three Cats.
That'd surely be the best outcome, if that old dive is still standing. Let's go, then.
Wouldn't mind wetting my whistle. Some crackers. That it there on the right? The Three Cats?
So, St. Anthony, which way now?
While you're praying to the patron saint of lost things, go and have a look along the road, gnarly. And you, Henry, have a look to the left.
All right, sir. But don't forget, my eyesight ain't what it used to be.
Well, that's what we have the youngster for, isn't it? Off you go.
So I got these sweet glasses on. I mean, I'm gonna ride my horse. Why walk, fellas? Where do they want me to investigate? Just... Huh. Okay.
Ka!
You seeing anything?
Whoa!
All right. Is this a cemetery? Oh, I thought this was the Three Cats Inn. Okay. Grave diggers, you learn more of you. Not seeing Jack around here. You find anything, Mutt?
Here you go. Take it.
Give you some dried boar rump. Sack and all. Oh, here we go.
A sack of charcoal? That could have fallen off the cart.
That's something.
Mutt!
You found anything, lad?
There's a sack of charcoal lying in the ditch to the left of the road.
Oh, that makes sense. To the left it is, then.
Good boy. How was that rump roast?
Yes? We're getting close. I can feel it in my bones, sir. You'll have the car back in no time.
I just hope we find the horses, too. Yarmilka here ain't the youngest, and I wouldn't want to drag it back home myself.
A nobleman in harness. We ain't ever had such a spectacle in these cars.
You might get to see it soon enough. The lords in this country have all gone to the dogs. Every lowborn with a bit of coin builds a house in Kuttenberg, while we live in squalor. Why do you reckon that is, lad?
That's a tough question, sir. But nothing happens on God's green earth without
That's a
his
nice
will.
non-answer.
That's the way
I
God
don't know,
wants it.
God.
There's nothing you can do.
None of this would be happening if we had a king. And I mean a real one. Not Wenceslas or Sigismund.
About
Anywhere that's
Wencesmund.
not ruled by a strong hand, all sorts
Sigislas.
of things go wrong.
Especially when you've got Moravian relatives eating you out of house and home.
That's true. I like these guys. It's a nice change of pace. Good boy. Yep, Henry, Pebbles, and Mutt. The trifecta.
Oh, hold up. This is strange. I don't see any cart tracks. What do you reckon, Gnarly?
I'm blind as a mole, sir. But it's all peculiar right now.
His eyesight seems to be deteriorating
Where
by
the
the
hell
second.
Could that cart have vanished to?
My eyesight's not what it used to be, and then 10 seconds later, I'm blind as a mole.
I'll look up the road a bit.
Another 20 seconds,
And you,
my eyes fell
Henry,
out of my head.
Have a look back along the road.
Okay.
Maybe it fell in a ditch somewhere. Who knows?
Very well, sir.
Little path back here. Willing to bet we'll find something. Hello.
The blacksmith's cart. And someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to hide it from the road.
Hey!
A lot
I found
of
the
trouble.
blacksmith's cart! Come here!
Come here! Hope someone tries to jump us. Why the flies? There's nothing left here. You see something, Mutt?
Well, now, here we have it. The blacksmith cart.
Good boy.
I'd leave the dog alone, son.
To hide it from the road.
Of course, the goods are gone. The bastards hauled it off to the rocks. That's clear. Well, we can't let them get away with it. We'll carry on, but on foot. My old Yarmilka would only break a leg
Old
there.
Yarmilka.
And keep a sharp lookout. Something stinks here.
I told you. They got ambushed by them bastards that's on the rampage around here, sir.
Oh, be quiet. We still can't be sure of anything.
Interesting little cave here. Miniature cave, a mave.
Ah, Apollonia. I spent a lot of time running around here as a young lad.
Oh, not me. This place always gave me the shivers.
God's truth,
I took my sink
I
bath.
ain't got only good memories of it. One time, got my legs stuck in a crevice a bit further on. Trapped there all night I was, shitting myself with fear.
Oof.
It wasn't till morning that the folk from the fortress found me. The whole of Semine was out looking for me.
See, at least you came here as a kid. It still gives me the creeps here.
Why is that, sir? It's just some rocks, ain't it?
You'd sing a different tune if you'd had the rope maker's wife as a nanny.
Hearing something? I hear voices.
Now, she had some tales about this place. Headless horsemen, goblins, and white
Cave
ladies.
etched into the
Every night, we'd
side
gather
of the
by
rock.
hearth. The old woman would sit at her spinning wheel telling stories.
You guys
I'll
not
tell
hearing
you,
this? Fellas, alright, let's see. What are we rocking? Better get the battle gear on. This is stolen. They might give me grief if I try pulling this sword out in front of them, so let's go broadsword.
There isn't much I'm afraid of, but when that blind old
No
crone
disrespect
was
to your
quoting
cudgel,
her
Captain.
tales of devils and holes to hell, with the fire crackling and the wind whistling outside the
Sergeant.
windows and the whirring
Guys.
of the spinning wheel.
Could you shut up for a second?
Wait a moment. Do you hear that?
I do. There's somebody there, sure enough.
Let's get closer.
Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus? For fuck's sake, you were never ordained.
What do we do now? I heard more than two voices.
I used to clamber around here as a young lad. The girls from Slatigo used to come make a fire here and jump over it. And so's their underwear wouldn't catch fire. Sometimes they'd take it off.
That's nice, Gnarly, but I don't think it's scantily clad maidens we'll be running into here. So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, there's a nice view into the gorge from up there.
What's up, Josh?
We only have to go back a bit, then we can get up there nicely.
Right. Henry, what are you waiting for? This is just the kind of thing we took you along for.
Hell yeah. I'm afraid of heights.
Sure, sir. With a bit of luck, there might be some girls there too.
I can do without girls with voices like that. Now get going.
Put on my scouting clothes.
He's got a miserable pair of tits on him.
Better take a schnapps.
I'm not kidding. Honza, tell him I'm not having him on. You saw it too.
True. He ain't yanking your pizzle. I saw it with my own two eyes.
Yanking your pizzle.
She had one different than the other.
All right.
Sounds like Divish. It's the
That
same.
ain't normal. Everyone must be laughing at the wench.
Why? Some people might like it.
I don't know who'd like that.
Those definitely aren't the
Did they do
blacksmith's
something?
hands.
What the fuck do you imagine they'd do? Light up in the dark?
Leave him be, Honza. You're right. They did something. They rolled around and gave off sparks.
Divish. Not that guy, the other guy.
Aye, sparks.
You two are arseholes. I'd have nothing to do with a wench like that. It ain't right having a pair like that. She might be hexed, or maybe a witch.
You see hexes everywhere. It ain't that strange. Even my uncle had a pair like that. Each eye a different colour, and he definitely weren't hexed.
How would you know?
True. You never know what crosses folk have to bear.
Jesus, Honza, don't start again. I'm trying to tell a story for amusement, not listen to your supposedly educated claptrap.
Supposedly. Have you forgotten I was ordained, you ignoramus?
For fuck's sake, you was never ordained, Honza.
I was.
Gonna
Stumbled
start
in the forest chapel by
fighting
Brigands.
amongst themselves.
Like fuck he ordained you. Just 'cause old Stumble poured some pond water on your head in the woods don't mean a damn thing.
But Stumble's a priest.
Stumble is a drunken old fool who claims he was a priest. He can't even quote one psalm.
Don't you think he'd have a better nickname than Stumble if he was a priest?
Hey, it ain't his fault. What's wrong with his leg?
So how's it look, Sonny? How many?
3.
I saw 3. And they don't look like Radovan's hands.
And what about my goods?
I didn't see them. It looked more like a patrol. I reckon there might be more of them hereabouts.
Seems we can't
You
avoid a
weren't
fight.
bad, son.
I hope you're ready, Henry.
Of course. We'll smash them to smithereens, and in the evening, we'll drink a toast from their skulls.
Jesus.
Sure. But don't forget you had trouble even fighting me. That
I'm
was just
no good
playing
with
sticks.
a cudgel.
This is life or death.
So, how are we gonna do it?
I like Henry
You
just
just
like
want to
took it up to 11
charge
out of
them,
nowhere.
sir?
Drink
What else do you suggest?
wine from their skulls.
We ought to pounce on them while we have the moment of surprise.
The words of a real man.
Hell yeah.
So get ready, and we'll go for them. Nice and quick before the bastards realize what's going on.
They probably wouldn't mind that I stole their sword right about now.
They rolled around and gave off sparks.
Aye! Try for a quick down, you bastard!
Die!
You should have fucking stayed out of it.
Get him, Mutt! Messed up my coat, you son of a bitch. Hell yeah.
He was finished before he started. Christ, that stings.
Good work, team.
At least it stopped the bleeding.
You need, anybody need any band-aids? Oh. I thought he had a bloody
What's the
arm coming out of his
hold-up,
head. What's up, fellas? We alright?
Oh, this day took it out of me, and no
Leroy
mistake.
Jenkins!
And it ain't over yet, sir. Your goods ain't here. And none of them bastards look like the blacksmith's hands. Am I right, Henry?
Yeah, I think we just, killed 3 people for no reason.
Hard to say. I've never actually seen them. But I don't think it was them.
Me neither. But right past that peak is another good camping spot.
You think this was a patrol?
It makes sense. But I don't want to go assuming the worst. We might have just run into them bandits by chance.
Yeah, well, you were right, as always. Let's go, then. Are you ready, Henry?
Anybody want any stew?
I am. Let's go.
I mean, I kind of want to pick the lock on that now.
Clear, Venser. You tried to fuck with me, so until we ride out, you're gonna stick right there and keep your mouth shut.
We did everything you asked. We got the blacksmith cart and the goods.
Horse shit. You tried to fuck me. That bastard cousin of yours owned up to it.
It was his idea. I wanted nothing to do with it.
It makes no difference to me, Venser. You vouched for the crooked fucker. So now, it's on you. Actually, you could consider yourself lucky. If you hadn't saved my ass that time in Colleen, I'd have goat ear skin you alive.
I'm goat.
Bastards. You can't trust anyone in these parts.
Nope.
Get ready now.
Get some references next time, Radovan.
Like that time at the Shani, sir.
Yes, exactly.
Only there was more of us that time, and less of them.
Oh, don't worry, there won't be a problem. They're just common thieves. Besides, I'll take young Henry with me.
Balls on this guy, I love it.
And if they're still feeling brave, you get to try out that new plaything of yours.
What'd he bring? That Nerf thing with like the 40 balls and it just... Hell yeah.
Gentlemen, I'm obliged to you for looking after my goods, but I'll take them back now. Just hand them over and I'll let you go.
Oh, you must be from Semine, sir. Well, of course you can have everything back. Just as long as you ask nicely, eh? Well, how about we do things differently? You lay down your weapons, and we can all have a nice little chat. I mean, I don't intend to go murdering local lords. I just want your coin.
That's very noble of you, sir.
Woohoo! Thanks for the heads up, by the way.
What are you gaping at? At them!
This is where you're like, we have 20 more men in the hills with crossbows pointed at your pizzles. Lay down your arms.
At them! Hammer them, men! Yeah! Get him! Come on then!
Did you forget about Henry?
Take that! I'll rip your arse open! There's more of them! Fuck you!
Get him, Mutt. Get him. Just making circles around him. There you go. Good boy. You're the best, Mutt.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Go at him from the right!
Oh, that guy's...
They got what they deserve, the fuckers!
You alright, gnarly?
Henry! Hey, Henry! Are you listening? Come here!
Fob off.
What now? One of them bastards fled into the rocks. Chase him down and bring him back.
Did you see which way he went?
No, I had other things on my hands. Besides, you're the one who's supposed to keep watch.
I'll go and track him then.
Great. Hurry.
Oh, that one guy.
Mert! Oh, he's run off again, the little beast.
What?
Mert! Where have you got to now?
How am I supposed to track without my tracking pup? Playing dead? I mean, I got time for this, right? Walnuts, marigold, bunch of bandages, that'll be good. Am I hungry? Not hungry. I mean, we got time for this, right? Mead, that'll be good for the end of this one. Iron and scrap metal. I feel like I should take this now that I'm practicing the trade again. Where'd this guy get to? Yeah, no magic, just straight, as you say. Now, this guy might be long gone now. This is where you need Mutt.
Mert! Where have you got to now?
Oh, there he is.
Everything!
He's just doing the hairy lime. Rest him, frack him. What's
I've
your
got you
deal?
now, Venser. You've nowhere to run to. Yield.
Well, why the fuck would I? It's just you against me. Besides, if I do yield, it's the rope for me anyway.
One-on-one, yeah. But it must be clear to you that you're no match for me. Even if the noose is waiting for you,
It's still a more pleasant death than getting your head smashed in with a rock. And believe me, I'll do it if there's no other way.
Fuck! Alright, I'll come with you. But you'll put a word in for me.
I might. As long as you don't try anything.
Promise me.
I won't promise you anything. Now come on. I've got a prisoner for you, sir.
Excellent. It all worked out quite well in the end. Gnarly will take care of this scum.
What about Gules?
He caught a few good hits, but he's alive.
Nice.
We'll take him with us. I need to have a strong word with him. You did a good job, youngster. You've got heart. And so you don't say I had you clambering over these rocks for nothing. Here's something for
It's
you.
not another stick, is it?
Thank you, sir.
Don't thank me. You deserved it. And now, let's get that accursed cart back to Semine. Want to ride? We'll go via Troskovitz. We can drop you off there, and you won't have far to Tachov. You ought to report back to Radovan as soon as possible about what happened with these hands.
What's going to happen with that pair?
You mean Radovan's hands? We'll see. The one that ran for it, it's clear with him. The other fellow was tied up, so who knows what went down. Maybe he was innocent. Gnarly'll have a word with him, and we'll see what he tells us.
Whatever.
Sir, Venser surrendered because I promised to put in a good word for him.
Well, it's nice that you promised him, but I'm the one who'll decide on the fate of that scum, and it's quite clear to me.
All right. A ride would be great. My legs are sore.
Wait until you're my age. Well, let's get going.
All right. I mean, I lost reputation with this guy.
I didn't do nothing wrong, I swear.
Man, it is like
It's
the
all
beginning of
Venser's
Skyrim
fault.
here.
It was him who said we'll sell the cart to Gules.
It weren't like that at all. We shook on it. But on the way, you had the idea we'd keep it.
What? That ain't true.
Leave it out, you two. One way or another, you wanted to fuck me over. It doesn't matter whose idea it was.
So, you wanted to steal the cart for yourselves, but you still got caught?
I didn't want to steal anything. That was Venser.
It was your idea. What the fuck are you talking about, blaming Benson?
You really are prize idiots. If you hadn't gone round the rocks, you could easily have got away. But I've got a big heart, so I sent the lads to give you a hand.
I told Francie it wasn't a good idea to nick it.
Bollocks. As soon as you saw the lads, you gave the horses the whip. You were holding the reins, Venser.
You see?
While you were shouting rude insults. So you're both in it up to your necks, as far as I'm concerned.
Where are you taking us?
To Semine, where his lordship will hear you out and decide what to do with you.
I hope you realise you can't just execute me.
It depends.
You
By
can
right,
just execute
I should
anyone
send
in
a
this-
plea to some court
this
to
world.
decide if we can behead you. But in these shitty times, nobody will give a toss. Parchment's dear, and ink ain't free either. So as far as I'm concerned, I'd happily risk it and knock your head off.
Without permission.
I see how the law is respected here.
Ha! Are you yanking my pizzle?
Yeah, it's a good
You're
point.
a fine one to talk about law.
And what will happen to
Even
us?
criminals, you'll die.
Lord Semine's in a good mood. He'll try to find out whose idea it was.
It definitely wasn't mine.
You're such a rat, Francie.
On the other hand, when I hear you lot going on and on, I reckon he might not give a damn.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. I swear
I'm regretting
on my
taking this
soul.
ride back with
Is that
these guys.
supposed to soften my heart? Ha! Every man she could, I dragged to the gallows, swore on his mother. Nobody with any decency would risk his mother's immortal soul, even if he was as pure as the driven snow. But this bastard doesn't think twice about his soul. You should be ashamed of yourself.
The captain's right. Only the lowest of the low swears on his mother.
That's right. You always were a piece of shit, Francie. No scruples.
Well, ain't it grand to have you here to explain everything? Now shut your gobs, the three of you. Don't want you poisoning the air with the shit you spout.
What is it? Where am I? Oh, Troskowitz. Thanks, fellas. Thanks for the lift. Catch you a little bit later. Maybe I'll see you at the wedding, actually. I'm sure I will, now that I think about it. We're a little bit farther away. Is this sword still considered stolen? Yeah, it is. Oh well. So much for that. Give it a little bit more time, I suppose. Is my sword doing alright? Got a little scratched up in the fight. Let's at least grind the blood off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thing of beauty. Alright, so about your hands.
So, job done. The cart was found and driven to Lord Semine's courtyard.
Whew. That's a relief. And what happened to that pair of idiots?
It turned out they tried to rob you.
Oh.
Oh.
They did they?
Aye. They plotted with some robber baron called Gules and brought the cart to him.
The bastards. I should have realised they were a bit too keen on work. And how did you get the cart back?
Well, I went to Semine.
Blood and skill.
And they were wondering there too where the wagon got to. So we rode out to look for it. Me, Lord Semine, and his captain, Gnarly.
Well, God's nails. And the three of you tracked them down. The whole band.
That's right. They were hiding in Apollonia along with the cart and the goods.
Indeed. Where else? The bastards. And what about my hands?
We'll see.
I'm not sure. Lord Semine took them and
On bright
Gules
side,
to
you
his
don't have to pay them.
courtyard. We'll see how he deals with them.
I'd know what to do with them.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Done something
I
he's
don't
gonna
think
pay
Lord
them.
Semine will let them off lightly.
Anyway, the main thing is the cart turned up. I'd be in a right mess if it didn't.
No doubt.
And
No
you've earned
doubt.
a reward for your trouble. I've got just the
Nice,
thing
we got
for
80
you.
grosh and now
Some
we're getting...
mercenary once had his cuirass repaired here, but never came back for it. Who knows what happened to him?
Probably
So
got
now
stuck
it's
without
yours.
it.
It's been through a bit, but it'll still serve for a while.
Nice.
Thanks. It'll come in handy.
Yeah, it will.
And have you got another job for me?
Young
Rusted.
Lord Semine's wedding is coming up.
Nice.
And it's got my head spinning. Look, you must have seen Agnes, the bailiff's daughter, when you were in Truskovitz. What do you think of her?
She was okay. Let's get down to work.
Well, young Semine is marrying her, isn't he? Why would I have my eye on her?
Don't pretend. A statue of a saint
Really?
would have his eye on her. Looks ain't everything, though.
More of
She's
a...
got such a sharp tongue on her. I almost feel sorry for young Semine. And how about you, lad? Have you got some lass waiting in Sasau?
Yeah. And I hope she'll wait. Her name's Teresa.
Hope I didn't like burning bridges.
Her uncle owns a mill on the river in
party
Radovan.
a little bit here in Kingdom
Girl
Come
from
too.
the mill? You want to watch out for them types. You might get caught up in devilry, lad.
Nah, not
a
with her.
wedding's a serious business. You're not just getting a bride, but a whole family. So you have to show them you're a man.
Her whole
who's
family's
worth
dead
it.
though, so I guess we
All
lucked
the
out in
more
that
so
regard.
when you're noble born. Old Semine wants a special sword forged for his son's wedding present.
Excellent. So what are we waiting for? Should we get to work?
Hold your horses. It can't be any old steel. This has to be a first-class job.
A blade of first-class steel.
That's right. And that's just the
So
problem.
we need some fancy steel. Steel the sword. He
I
did
see.
not say that.
We don't have any welded steel for that kind of sword, do we?
God's nails. You really know your stuff, youngster. And you're right. We don't have the steel for a strong sword that won't break.
I'd like to know where you're going to get your hands on some
Like all
welded
these
steel.
pessimistic options they're throwing at us. We'll
I've got
never
all
do it. I'm
figured
afraid
out,
of
as it
heights.
happens. There's this old hermit called Ambrose, living in Apollonia.
And he can pray for us.
God's nails, let me finish talking. The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in faraway Andalusia, and folks say they saw this interesting broken sword in his hut. From the description, it seems our peculiar hermit has a real Toledo blade.
Toledo blade?
Welded Spanish steel.
Cool.
There's nothing better for a sword.
See now? You do understand. But there's a catch.
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the Hermit has changed a lot recently. People from far and wide used to go to him for remedies and blessings. But now he won't see no one. I even heard he made a pact with the devil. And there have been other strange goings-on.
What strange goings-on?
I heard something in the tavern about some apparition. But that's all I know.
Where can I find the hermit?
Do I look like someone who goes to a hermit for advice?
Just may have
I know
heard
he has
something.
a hut somewhere in Apollonia.
Troskowitz women folk. Nothing wrong with that.
I want to know more.
Right. I'll try to find out more about the hermit's sword. But in return, you'll get me invited to Semine's wedding.
If it means so much to you, why not?
Nice.
Come and see Betty from the Troskowitz Tavern. She knows all the
That's
gossip.
what we've been chasing this whole
She'll
time.
definitely tell you more about the hermit. But Henry, if there's any truth in that pact with the devil, don't get caught up in it. The best sword in the world isn't worth eternal damnation.
We had our dance with the devil in the last game. You need something?
What now? Well, listen.
Alright. Over encumbered. Oh god, it's because he gave me the rusty plate. How much does it weigh? 63 pounds. Yeah, it's a step down. Put it in my chest. Wedding crashers, we're getting closer. I want to use this sword. I'm gonna hold on to it, I guess, for now. Let's stash that, stash the club, the shield, the bow, the bolt, cleric's hood. I remember when I picked that up. Pointy cap. Oh, I do have that equipped, don't I? Per point. Rusted plate. Alright, that got me under. Don't need the noblewoman's clothes. Cinnamon. Okay. Keep doing that.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.